Today was the 2nd of February 2024. First order of business, what we're going to do in Minecraft. Suppose we're going to pick a fight with this cunt, get some XP for enchanting. Today was another one of those days where it didn't go to plan. Whoa! It didn't go to plan, had some curveballs, so I had to, you know, work around it. And it wasn't awful, wasn't ideal, so I woke up late, you know, yeah. You know when you wake up feeling good, you know you fucking woke up late, you know. Yeah, and I'm quite embarrassed, because it's a recurring problem that for some reason I'm unable to solve. Yeah, I don't really, yeah, there's something seriously wrong that I need to address. I don't know. They say, oh yeah, just go to sleep earlier, but when I get myself in bed earlier, I can't fall asleep. And then I'm like, why am I in bed? I'm wasting time. But I suppose it's just habit, you know. If I physically make myself get in bed consistently, time and time again, for a certain time, maybe for a week or two, I'll be wasting time in bed, but eventually I will be falling asleep. It has to happen. I'm gonna make shitloads of scaffolds, so I just need to do some of this. So yeah, I woke up late, unfortunately, so I couldn't go to training this morning. The training this morning wasn't always a fantastic idea anyway, to be honest, because it was going to be the hard pro sparring, so people wouldn't really be willing to go lighter with me today. So maybe it's not the end of the world that I missed today. And I feel like I'm getting mixed signals from my ear. You know, some days it feels, I say some days, it hasn't really been days, but I've only had this thing out for one day, and sometimes it feels great. Well, not great, but it feels less sensitive, and sometimes it feels very sensitive. It's quite worrying, to be honest. I really don't know how long I'm going to be out of training for until I can go back. Just hold on. That's it. There you go, level 30. Let's upgrade some boots. It's not great, not perfect. It'll do for now. Just need some better tools now. You know, I'm gonna start working on the big base now. I just want to start putting the first few blocks in. I'm getting bored. It's a random chest. Actually, make sure those are in the right ones. I'll start talking in a moment. Okay. So right now I just need lots of cobbled deep slates for the start of the base. Fantastic. And I'll get some 5 dirt, yes. Right, so today woke up late. I will have to start experimenting with different ways to combat this issue. Because I haven't really found one yet. It's kind of something I've struggled with my whole life. and it's never benefited me. Put it that way. It's only been a fucking massive disadvantage. But yeah, I need to sort it out. Um, so I woke up just around 11, and I said that's fine. I'll do some work. I'll get my hair cut, and I'll go to training. I wanted to take some modafinil today, but it got too late, and I also woke up to a text which changed the entire course of the day, which was, "Can you come to work today?" Now, I wasn't originally on the rota, but I'll admit, maybe I'm being a simp, but I thought, oh, maybe I'll get to see that girl again, so I went into work. On the rota, she was down as on call, which means that they might call her in. And I thought, well, obviously they're busy, they're calling me in, so they must call her in. Unfortunately, I was wrong. They didn't call her in, so it was a whole waste of time. And when I first got in, it was like, fucking hell, they didn't even need me. It didn't feel like they needed me at first. But, I mean, maybe they did later on, you know. It's just stupid, the whole thing. Me going just for that, it's stupid. But, before that, I did do a little bit of work. I went over some of the Fiverr messages, and I mean, I think the work I need to be focusing on right now is maybe allocating a little bit of time to maybe finding a potential useful partner on Fiverr or wherever to find land for me. But what I need to be focusing on now is I do actually have some leads, and I need to be focusing on sending those people messages or calling them, convincing them to sell by auction. That's what I need to be focusing on. Right. I've got it written down on a piece of paper. I think it's... Oh shit. I think it's 24. Oh god, I don't want to get this wrong. Right, for now I'll just start focusing on the chisel, because I'm gonna use chisel pillar. It's gonna be like a sort of oil rig structure, but it's gonna be inspired by an oil rig. It's not gonna be an oil rig, because obviously you don't need an oil rig in Minecraft. But it's gonna look like an oil rig, but it's gonna resemble a base that I could be completely self-sustaining on if I wanted to be. Just never leave, but obviously I will leave. It's going to be my base whilst I work on. Going to completely restart this island. It's going to be like it got hit by a meteor. Everything's going to be different. I don't like it. I tried to work off of it, but I just don't like it. I'm going to redo it, and that's going to be my arc to live off of. Okay, let's make some of the shit here. Right, so I need one of these now. I haven't missed this fucking aggro, this fucking mod. It's not very straightforward, but here we are. It's too good to ignore, so we're gonna fucking carry on. Okay, so let me talk about the day whilst I'm filling up this fucking thing. Didn't mean to do that. Right, so how did I do it? 1, 2. Shit, that's not how I did it. Fuck, I can't remember anything. I did a little practice on my other world. Was it 3? 3? No, what? 2, 1, 3. It's defo not it. Fuck. Man, nothing's going right. Alright, I know what I can do. Get some cobble on. Yeah, I'm not going to spend too long on this video today, I'm just going to run through the day. So basically, Where's the coal? Do I not have any coal? I need to start getting some lava to smelt. Get a little thing going. So yeah, heard that I had to be in to work, so that kind of slowed things down. Did a little bit of Fiverr, and you know, didn't get very far. And I need to be focused more on convince people to change. I also have some other letters I haven't even sent out yet, so I need to send those out. My car's still at my nan's, so I contacted her to go and get the car. And yeah, went over to hers. She picked me up. Once again, she was just being quite unpleasant. So I just told her straight up. I was like, look, I've not been enjoying conversations with you at all recently. Tell me about your fucking wedding or fond memories you have growing up. You know, because I'm sick of talking to you, basically. And she sort of scoffed, and then realised that I had a point when she reflected on our past conversations in the last week. I said, look, you're either whinging at me or you're whinging about some sort of fucking world problem that you can't control. So, do you want to have nice conversations or do you just want to completely just be miserable all the time? And then, at first she had a defensive instant reaction, but then she sort of realised that I was right, and then we had a lovely conversation. I don't remember what it was about, but I just remember grinning. So yeah, then she picked me up, dropped me off. I got the car, parked in the town, had a haircut. Lovely lady that cut my hair. Again, it was the same lady that cut my hair like 2 weeks ago before the christening. I purposely went on Friday because I know that she's part-time, she works on Friday. In a weird way, she has a face that's kind of similar to my mother's. And I quite like how she cuts my hair. And yeah, she takes a sweet time, but I like the end result, and I quite enjoy our conversations anyway. She's pretty nice to talk to. And yeah, had my hair cut, drove home, had some spaghetti bolognese, you know, the drill, and then left for work. You know, I was basically just a tiny bit late, but speeding. On the way, I had to buy some polos. I really enjoy driving now, man. Now I'm confident in the car. I fucking love it. But yeah, got to the restaurant. At the first, it was very quiet, and I was like, mate, why have they fucking called me? I may be at the gym, just shadowing, watching people, learning, or doing more work at home. But eventually, it did pick up, and I think they might have needed me in the end, so that was good to not feel useless. It was quite quiet though, and I got to, you know, just chat away to some of the colleagues I haven't seen in a while. I mean, whenever I'm feeling insecure about my ear, I always just think, hey, it's not that noticeable. When I'm around people with cauliflower ear all the time, and I'm not really looking at their ear, you know. But the restaurant, oh my god, all the staff were like, "What's that? What have you done?" I was like, "Oh my god." I didn't think it was that obvious, man. And they're like, "When's it gonna go down?" I'm like, "It's not, you fucking dickhead." But yeah, to be honest, it's swollen up even more today, and it's pretty much at the same size it was before the fucking surgery. So, this whole shit, this whole fucking thing that I've done with the hospital was basically all a waste of time. And now I've got scar tissue on my ear, and it's more sensitive than it was. So, it's really quite frustrating, but you know, at this point it's meant to be. It's like that movie where the guy gets chosen as Santa Claus and he shaves his beard off and his beard just regrows instantly, you know. I've drained this ear 3 times surgically with fucking doctors and it just refills without receiving any trauma. Again, 3 times over instantly, so I think I'm just destined to have a cauliflower ear and we'll see if I can pull it off. But yeah, the restaurant was pretty chill. Wasn't that many sittings, you know, just time flew by. Didn't exactly fly by, but it wasn't that long. I just learned today that one of my, who I would consider my best work friend, just fucking quit, which is a shame because he was the one that texted me like, "Hope you're okay. I heard you're in the hospital," and he quit, man. He was the one that we're pretty ambitious and talk about business and girls all the time. I love talking to him, and he's fucking quit, man. Sad. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah. Unfortunately, that lovely girl that I actually went to see wasn't even fucking there. So massive waste of time. But yeah. Drove home, no food today, and now here I am doing this. You know what? I had just I mean, I just thought I forgot to mention. I like to add when I drove back from the town after getting my hair cut, I found one of my neighbours walking up the road. I offered him a lift, and he's like a good old. He's a classic example of a hard-working East End London guy. You know, I don't think he grew up rich, but he has a lot of good. He has a lot of dough now, and I think he's a fantastic example. And it's nice to be around him, and I always enjoy talking to him. But yeah, I got him in the car, and oh my, I apologise. Like, listen, I don't. You know when you're in somewhere that doesn't smell nice and you get desensitized to the smell. I worried that that was the scenario here, because when I first got in the car, when I picked it up from my nan's, it fucking stank. I opened the window and it didn't smell for a bit, but I said, hey, sorry, the previous owner of this car was a dog owner. It doesn't smell that nice in here. I'm sorry. And he's like, yeah, don't worry. Also, when my nan was driving me to her house, we drove past this van, and I was like, that looks familiar. And I looked at it closely, and it was a fucking scaffold van that I used to work as a scaffolder, and it was the guy, and I saw the guy driving it. It was the dude that I worked for. When I worked there, it was just me and him, the owner of the company and me. And ever since, I don't think he's found anybody to work with him because he can't offer 5 days a week guaranteed, so he can't really get any workers. And yeah, he looked kind of sad at the van. I felt bad, but I'd never go back to scaffolding again. It's such a shit job. It's like the most work for the less pay. It's like it's a joke. But yeah, it was nice to see him. He didn't even see me, but it made me kind of think back and like, wow, happy I'm not doing that. um, but yeah, and that was the day really in summary. Tomorrow I'm back at the restaurant. I should see that beautiful girl again. I just really hope something works out, turns out of it. But it's just forbidden. She has a boyfriend, but I'm like, fuck. I don't know. If the universe knows it's true. Usually I don't say shit like that. That's how you know I'm fucking desperate. But I feel like if it's meant to be, it will just work out. But maybe I need to fucking be more proactive. But I feel like such a snake being like active on somebody who I know's got a boyfriend. You know, it feels really snaky. But usually if I just kind of like to go, I'd never do it. But this is different, man. Anyway, that's it. Better hit the sheets now. I'll try and go to the gym tomorrow before work. Depends how I feel when I wake up. And depends how my ear feels, more importantly. That's it. Oh, no it isn't. I need to minus gold. Then it's it. Peace.